9 hidden signs she's crazy about you. Modern Stoic. The signs of love are subtle for those who haven't learned how to see, but for the man who has, nothing is hidden. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius. There's a quiet, almost invisible game unfolding around you, a game of glances, proximity, and unspoken tests that reveal more than words ever could. And if you don't know what to look for, you'll walk right past a woman who's quietly obsessed with you. But that changes today. Welcome to Blessing of Stoic. What I'm about to share isn't theory. It's based on real, world interaction, peer-reviewed research, and tested results from thousands of men who finally learned how to see what's been right in front of them. Here's the hard truth: women rarely spell out their interests, not because they're trying to be mysterious, but because evolution didn't design them that way. Their signals are more sophisticated, more elegant, and completely invisible to men who haven't learned the code. Once you understand the 9 core signals I'm about to teach you, something strange will happen. You'll walk into a room, and it will feel like you've put on special glasses. The way she tilts her head, the way she plays with her hair, the slight pause before she laughs, all of it becomes crystal clear. This is more than body language. It's ancient, hardwired, and universal. These signs don't change with culture or age. They're built into human nature. And believe it or not, right now, at this very moment, there may be a woman in your life sending you these signals, a friend, a colleague, a woman you've known for years. She's giving you the green light, and you just haven't seen it yet. But you will. Before we dive deep, do yourself a favor, subscribe. Every week, we explore the Stoic path to attraction, self-mastery, and masculine confidence. What you're about to learn is only the beginning. And if you're ready to see the truth, most men never will, drop the word decode in the comments. Because by the end of this, that's exactly what you'll be able to do, with every woman, in every room, for the rest of your life. One, the hovering goodbye. She doesn't want it to end. You've had the conversation. The laughs were real. The sparks, undeniable. The moment arrives when most people part ways. You expect a simple, clean exit, but she doesn't move. Not really. Sure, her lips say goodbye, but her body betrays her. She stays turned toward you. She hesitates. She tosses in a last-minute comment. Oh, before I forget, not because it matters, but because you matter. This is no accident. It's the hovering goodbye, and it's a giant, glowing sign she doesn't want the interaction to end. If you're paying attention like a true modern Stoic, you'll notice this isn't just about being polite. It's a silent, shy invitation for more. Her physical presence remains anchored to you while her words float away like a half-hearted farewell. That turn of the shoulder followed by a glance back with that delayed, tender smile. That's the real message. She's not done. She's hoping you're not either. Now, don't be naive. Don't chalk this up to friendliness. Be sharp. Be present. This moment, this subtle tug of war between leaving and lingering, is loaded. And a man rooted in the blessing of Stoicism sees the value in reading quiet truths. A woman who's indifferent won't delay her exit. She's out the door before your last syllable drops. But if she hovers, if she breaks her own rhythm just to stay in your orbit for a few seconds longer, that's her soul whispering what her voice won't say. That's not casual. It's chemical. This is your cue. Don't be passive. The old Stoic knew when to act, not just when to endure. Take the cue and lean in. Ask one more thing. Say something that shows you noticed. Reward her vulnerability with presence. Not every opportunity comes with fireworks. Some arrive with gentle hesitations and reluctant goodbyes. Recognize the contrast: people flee from discomfort, but we stay near what we desire. And she's staying. Right there. For you. Modern Stoicism teaches us to be unmoved by noise but attuned to truth. This, her hovering goodbye, is truth in motion. It's soft. It's almost silent, but it screams intent. If you let this moment slip, you're not being stoic, you're being stubborn. Don't. Be better. Be aware. The blessing of Stoicism is not just calm, it's clarity. So when she lingers, you must not retreat. Don't bury your head in cool indifference or convince yourself you imagined it. You didn't. The hovering goodbye is one of the most authentic signs she's crazy about you. And let's not forget, this is number 7 on the list for a reason. It's the quietest, but often the most powerful. Why? Because it's not performative. It's not for show. It's an unfiltered, unconscious attraction. The old Stoic would call this a sacred pause, a moment to seize, not question. So next time you see her hesitate, stall, glance back, or just remember one more thing, don't let her go too easily. Say the thing, make the move, trust the moment. Stoicism doesn't mean standing still. It means standing strong. And sometimes, strength looks like stepping forward when someone beautiful lingers just long enough to let you in. 2. The rapid blush reaction autonomic giveaway. You walk into the room, not expecting anything dramatic, and there it is, a faint blush rising to her cheeks, fast and uninvited, like a reflex. It's subtle, it's fleeting, but it's real. She might try to act composed, even aloof, but her body gives her away before her brain even catches up. That soft flush, that's not just shyness or embarrassment, that's an autonomic reaction, the kind her nervous system can't disguise, because it doesn't ask for permission. You didn't do anything outrageous. Maybe you teased her, maybe you brushed past her in a hallway, or maybe someone joked about you two being a thing, and boom, the colour floods her face like a secret trying to escape. This is not a performance. This is biology, raw and unscripted. And if you're a man who lives by Stoic principles, you already understand the value of things that can't be faked. Stoicism teaches us not to chase illusions, but to look for truth, even in silence, even in the skin. That's why this moment matters. It's one of the few tells left in a world that spins in filters, performance, and distraction. The ancient Stoics wouldn't be distracted by sweet words or empty gestures. They'd look for the things that can't be forged. And that's what this is. It's an unguarded response from the subconscious, a confession without words. You can't coax it out of her, and she can't force it down. You're seeing something primal, something ancient. Don't mistake it for girlish awkwardness. Don't smirk or make it weird. Be still, be aware, be present. The Stoic life is about reading the world as it is, not how we wish it to be. That means when she blushes, you don't gloat. You don't let it inflate your ego or derail your clarity. You stay grounded, centered. This is the kind of moment that tempts younger men to lose their balance, to assume too much, to leap ahead emotionally. But not you. You're wiser now. You've lived. You've seen how easily words deceive and how masks fall apart. But the skin doesn't lie. The flush in her cheeks is an involuntary nod to something deeper, stirring beneath the surface. And she probably hates that it's so visible. That's what makes it real. And that's what makes it precious. You're not looking for fantasy. You're not a boy chasing validation. You're a man living by Stoic lessons, which means you respect emotion, but don't become a prisoner to it. You recognize connection, but don't confuse it with need. That blush, it's a signal, not a promise, not a guarantee, but a sign worth noting. And in the quiet language of attraction, it's one of the clearest words she'll ever say. So observe it. Don't cling to it. Let it happen, and let it pass. The way a Stoic observes nature, unshaken, but never indifferent. Because Stoicism isn't about coldness. It's about seeing without distortion. So if her face lights up when you walk in, if her cheeks go warm from a passing word or playful jab, don't rush toward it. Don't run from it. Just know what it means. And keep walking like a man who already knows his worth. If you found this eye-opening, like the video, share it with someone who needs to see the signs. And don't forget to subscribe for more modern Stoic insights. Comment to remember, Blushing doesn't lie. It's the body speaking the truth. 3. The angled feet test. Her body points the truth. Forget her words. Ignore the polite small talk. Watch her feet. Yes, her feet. This is where her truth lives. In a world dominated by filters, feigned politeness, and social scripts, her body, unlike her words, doesn't lie. In a crowd, in conversation, in casual settings where the mind plays games and mouths speak in riddles, the body remains loyal to instinct. A woman's feet, unnoticed by most men, scream her desires. When her feet point at you while she's talking to someone else, she's not really there. She's mentally with you. That's a direct channel into her subconscious interest. If, as you approach, she subtly shifts her feet to face you, it means her attention, and possibly her affection, is now yours. She's not just acknowledging you. She's opening up, physically, emotionally, and perhaps romantically. That move is ancient, primal. It's not just human, it's animal. Body orientation reveals status, respect, and attraction. It's in the hardwiring. Even wolves in a pack, lions in the wild, creatures driven by instinct, use orientation to express dominance, interest, and submission. So should you. The modern Stoic observes, understands, and then acts, never blindly, never emotionally. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. So train your thoughts to see clearly. Be calm, be perceptive, be powerful. Stop asking what she said. Start seeing what her feet did. In today's overstimulated, hyper-connected world, attention is rare, and real attraction even rarer. Men who follow Stoic principles know you must read the unspoken. You must sense what others ignore. When you enter a room, don't just look for smiles or words. Look for footwork, whose body subtly leans toward you, whose feet pivot your way, even for a second. That's your silent signal. That's the fan hiding in plain sight. You must act on that. You must lead with presence, with control, with confidence. Don't overthink. Don't ask for permission. A Stoic man doesn't need verbal confirmation. He moves with certainty because he sees with clarity. Remember what Marcus Aurelius taught. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The body tells the truth. And that foot shift, that's the truth. Let's be clear. If you want to master life, you must master social awareness. That means reading the battlefield of human interaction like a general surveying terrain. No more guessing, no more self-doubt. Feet don't lie. Bodies can't fake interest. Use this sign as one of your tools. Use it like a weapon. Quiet, effective, undeniable. You must take the lead, grounded in Stoic power, with the quiet dominance of a man who knows, because victory belongs to the aware, and awareness begins with observation. So walk into the next room like a commander. Survey the room like Marcus Aurelius surveyed the empire. Look for the hidden signs, the tilted foot, the open stance, the unconscious shift. Then act like a man who knows he's wanted. Be the storm. Be calm. Be the man who lives the modern Stoic code. Let others stumble through guesswork. You read the truth at ground level, and you win because of it. 4. The preening effect, when she beautifies herself just for you, even if she doesn't know it. Don't be fooled by the subtlety. This one's primal. You're not imagining it when she keeps tucking that same strand of hair behind her ear or fussing with her necklace like it's a ticking bomb. That's not randomness. That's not vanity. That's nature, brother. It's the preening effect, and it's older than language itself. When a woman is quietly, repeatedly adjusting her appearance in your presence, you're watching instinct in action. She's not doing this for the mirror, and definitely not for the room. She's doing it for you. This is one of the deepest, rooted attraction signals known to mankind. And if you know what to look for, you'll never miss it again. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. That's the beauty of it. Her body is speaking before her words can catch up. A little lip bite while you're talking, that's not nerves. That's her subconscious turning the volume up. Tucking her hair behind her ear multiple times. That's not a nervous habit. It's a signpost screaming, "I want you to notice me." When she adjusts her clothing, straightens her skirt, or slides a ring on her finger just a little tighter, she's not uncomfortable. She's enhancing. She's shaping her image through your eyes. That's not casual. That's calculated. Even if she doesn't know it, it's nature whispering, "Stand up straight. He's watching." And you better be watching, too. Now, if you're a modern Stoic, a man who walks through life with calm awareness, who reads the world with steady eyes, you'll catch this dance. You won't gawk. You won't gloat. You'll observe. Because that's what the old Stoic masters would have done. Marcus Aurelius wouldn't have missed a thing. And neither should you. These micro-movements, these instinctive gestures, they are blessings of Stoicism in real time. Because the Stoic man doesn't chase. He recognizes. He doesn't need loud declarations. He hears the quiet ones. Don't dismiss this as coincidence. Be alert. Be deliberate. When the preening picks up, when she starts mirroring your energy with the grace of a woman who cares how you perceive her, take note. That's her non-verbal radar locking in. And it's often more honest than words. But here's the clincher. The more often you notice it, the more it's happening. That's not just attraction. That's escalation. Interest turned to desire, humming just below the surface. So what do? Don't rush in. Don't interrupt the rhythm. Just keep being that mountain, the modern Stoic, unmoved, magnetic. That's the blessing of Stoicism right there. Let her signal. Let her dance. Let her preen. Your job is not to react like a fool, but to register like a man who knows exactly what's happening and why it matters. Because the moment you start to recognize these signs as part of the human mating code, you stop being surprised. You become intentional. You become sovereign. She's not fixing her skirt for no reason. She's not licking her lips because she's parched. And that necklace she keeps adjusting. She wants it to lay just right because you're watching. Whether she'll admit it or not, she's saying, "I want you to see me. I want you to want me." That's the preening effect in its purest form. And as a man rooted in the power of the old Stoic tradition, you do well to remember the signals were never meant to be loud. They were meant to be understood. If you found value in this insight, hit that like button, drop a comment, and share it with a friend who needs to stop missing the signs. Don't forget to subscribe for more timeless wisdom through the lens of the modern Stoic. Comment to remember. I recognize the signs. I move like a modern Stoic. 5. The pupillary response. Her eyes speak louder than her lips. You want the truth. Forget her words, watch her eyes. Because when it comes to attraction, her pupils don't lie. This is nature's most honest tell, hardwired deep in the nervous system. A real, time-emotional truth serum. And you don't need a lab coat or lie detector, just the awareness of a man living the Stoic life. When a woman is genuinely into you, her pupils dilate. Not because of lighting tricks, not because she's tired, but because you just lit something up inside her. It's her body's instinctive reaction, a silent confession that her emotional system is on high alert. Pupillary dilation is her subconscious saying, "I want to see more of you," literally and figuratively. This is biology doing the heavy lifting. Her autonomic nervous system takes over. No scripts, no filters, no chance to fake it. It's not just interest, it's arousal, curiosity, and heightened attention bubbling to the surface. In a well-lit room, if her pupils look bigger when she's facing you compared to anyone else in the conversation, pay attention. That's no coincidence. That's a green light glowing behind her lashes. Here's how you read it. Crack a joke. Her eyes widen just a bit. You say something clever. Her pupils shift. The gaze softens. You hold eye contact, and instead of pulling away, she holds it too long, then looks down with a smile like she just caught herself daydreaming. That's not shyness. That's emotional overload. That's her internal system going, "This one's different. Don't miss this. be present, be still. This is one of the oldest Stoic lessons. The world reveals everything when you stop trying to force it. The Stoic life teaches you to observe, not chase, to notice, not react. And this sign, this very primal, very visual cue, is a test of your awareness. So try this. Ask her something playful, not serious, not heavy, something light with a hint of teasing. Lock in. Maintain eye contact. Don't blink like you're nervous. Don't leer like a rookie. Just hold and watch. If she's interested, you'll see it in the darkening of her pupils, the slight pause before she answers, the moment she looks away. But not because she's bored, because she's feeling something. Don't second-guess it. Don't fumble the moment by overanalyzing. Recognize the signs and lean into them with calm, masculine grace. That's the essence of Stoicism. Not detachment, but discipline. You must become the man who reads without words, who hears the pulse of energy behind the silence. This is how the modern man operates. This is how the modern Stoic sees through the noise. Because while most men are out there asking, what should I say next? The Stoic man is asking, what is she showing me without speaking? And the pupils, those tiny, powerful gates, reveal the whole story if you're sharp enough to read them. So next time, her gaze lingers just a second too long, when her pupils darken as you speak, and when her eyes dance away with a smile, know what you're seeing. That's an attraction you can't fake. That's chemistry you can see. And it's all part of mastering the art of observation, one of the greatest Stoic lessons you'll ever learn. 6. The copycat effect. When her body speaks louder than her words. Don't look for her feelings in what she says. Look at what she does. Specifically, what she mirrors. The copycat effect is not a coincidence. It's not some cute habit. It's a primal, involuntary signal, deeply rooted in the brainstem. You move. She moves. You shift. She follows. You cross your arms. She mimics. That's not a chance. That's desire. That's chemistry in real time. And it's happening beneath her awareness. As Marcus Aurelius said, if someone does wrong, it is because they are mistaken. Show them the truth, gentlemen. This is the truth most men never learn. Mirroring isn't flattery, it's biology. And once you learn to see it, you'll never miss it again. Let's be clear. This goes far beyond her ordering the same drink or laughing when you laugh. We're talking synchronization, micro, behaviors, subconscious imitation, vocal tone, rhythm, breathing rate, blinking. She starts syncing with your flow. Not because she's trying to impress you, but because her nervous system has already made its decision, you are the man. This is Stoic observation in action, detachment from illusion, mastery of perception. A true Stoic doesn't chase validation. He reads what is real. He watches, he measures, he knows. Picture this. You're at a table with her. You lean forward, intent, speaking with quiet purpose. She leans forward too. Within seconds, you scratch your chin. A moment later, she brushes her hair. That's the copycat effect in motion. It's not surface-level behavior. It's the nervous system trying to bond. Studies out of the University of California reveal that couples in strong attraction mirror each other up to 72% more than platonic pairs. And the quicker the mirroring, the more powerful the emotional pull. That is the kind of data you don't ignore. Now, here's your test. Follow the baseline method. First 5 minutes, observe, don't move, don't perform, just watch. What's her default body language? Minute 5 to 7, shift, change your posture, cross your arms, lean back, speak slower. Now wait, 10 seconds. Does she copy you minutes 7 to 10? Get surgical, make small gestures, adjust your seat, scratch your jaw. If she follows, on delay or even near instant, you've just unlocked her emotional tell. The shorter the lag, the deeper the hook. That's not a game. That's mastery. That's living the Stoic life. But don't stop there. Turn the mirror back on her. That's right. Use the copycat effect in reverse. Match her breathing during conversation. Align your tone with hers. subtle, not obvious. You'll bypass her defenses. You'll speak directly to her primal brain, the part that decides who is safe, who is strong, and who she trusts without knowing why. These are Stoic principles applied in modern life: stillness, awareness, intention. Watch for delayed mirroring, too. If she mimics your gestures 30 seconds later, it means she's fighting her own interest. That's an attraction trying to hide, but the body doesn't lie. Ever. Words can mislead. Smiles can mask. But the nervous system tells the truth. Every time. As Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You must be the man who doesn't miss signals. The man who acts from clarity, not confusion. So here's the mission. Stop listening to the noise. Start watching the real story. Her mirror is her confession. Her unconscious imitation is her invitation. You don't need approval. You need precision. That's how the Stoic wins. Not with force, with focus, with calm, with discipline. Let the others talk. You observe, you lead, you conquer. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comment section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. 7. The forced jealousy trap. Her most dangerous signal is also her clearest one. Don't be fooled. When she suddenly pulls back, mentions another woman, or tosses a passive, aggressive line, like she's probably your type, she's not checking out, she's checking you. This is not disinterest. It's a test, a deep, biological test etched into her nervous system by evolution itself. That shift in tone, that subtle withdrawal, that glance toward another man while keeping you in her periphery, it's not rejection. It's the forced jealousy trap. This is when her emotional system, without permission from her conscious mind, goes hunting for answers. Is this man high value? Can he remain centered when tension rises? That's not manipulation. That's primal instinct. And it's your moment to rise, not react. Most men fail this test. They explain, they apologize, they flinch. That's a fatal move. The modern Stoic does the opposite. He doesn't get rattled, he gets still. He doesn't chase. He observes. He doesn't explain himself to win approval. He lets his presence speak. That is the blessing of Stoicism: power without noise, proof without effort. When she drops the classic, "you two seem close," or hints about being hit on by another guy, don't scramble to justify, don't defend. Say less, breathe more. A calm, amused smirk, and a simple, "she's cool" beats a 10-minute speech every time. Why? Because that's Stoic control, that's silent strength. That's what separates the old Stoic from the emotionally volatile boys who crumble under pressure. Her brain is wired to reward calm dominance. When you pass this test, when you don't bite at the bait, her chemistry shifts, oxytocin rises, dopamine spikes, her desire deepens. That's not theory, that's biology. And here's the kicker. She'll test you again. The more she feels, the more her system seeks confirmation that you're stable under fire. If she flirts near other men and watches your reaction, if she mentions some guy asking her out and flicks her eyes at you right after, that's not disrespect. That's the moment she measures your center. Most men panic here. Don't. You must not fall into the trap. Smile, nod, say something so calmly detached it flips the power dynamic. Yeah, he seems like a solid guy. That's the win. That's how you go from chasing to being chased. In a world full of reactive men, be the still presence that commands without control. Be calm during her storm. That is the modern Stoic's edge. You are not here to play defense against every insecurity. You are here to lead with presence, anchored in the deep, immovable confidence that only Stoic principles produce. Her tests are not problems. They are proofs. They are opportunities. They are her subconscious asking, "Can I feel safe desiring this man?" So don't flinch. Don't fall. Recognize the pattern. Embrace the challenge. Lead the dance. This is what the old Stoic would call using adversity as fuel. The deeper her feelings, the stronger the tests. Pass them, not with words, but with energy. You are the eye of the storm. You are the proof she's looking for. So don't retreat. Don't react. Just be. That is the blessing of Stoicism. That is how you master the game without playing it. 8. The echo effect. When her words start sounding like yours, pay attention. Listen like a strategist, not like a spectator. When a woman starts echoing your words, your tone, even your phrases, don't shrug it off. That's not just a cute quirk. That's psychological alignment. That's the desire to wear a disguise, and most men miss it entirely. They're so focused on what to say next that they never hear what's already being said back to them. But if you're living the Stoic life, you must train your ears for precision. As Epictetus said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. You must observe not just content, but cadence. When a woman begins to adopt your rhythm, your slang, or your signature turns of phrase, she's not trying to flatter you. She's syncing with you. Her brain is subconsciously saying, "This man feels familiar, safe, magnetic." That's the power of verbal mirroring, and it's one of the clearest, yet most overlooked signs of hidden attraction. The laughter that mimics yours, the sudden pickup of your favourite expressions, the way her tone softens to match yours during deep conversation, that's rapport being built beneath the surface. And here's the key, she's not doing it on purpose. That's what makes it so powerful. It's involuntary, biological, real. This isn't mimicry. This is resonance. Her subconscious is weaving emotional connection through language. Think of it like tuning forks. Strike one, and the other begins to hum in sympathy. It's chemistry at the linguistic level. You speak, she reflects. You smile, she matches. Not in mockery, but in rhythm. You must learn to hear this. You must tune in. The Stoic life demands awareness, not just of your surroundings, but of the signals echoing from the people around you. Let's get even sharper. You say something sarcastic, and she picks up on the tone, laughs, and follows with her own sarcastic reply. That's not a coincidence. That's emotional mirroring. That's attraction testing the waters. And if she starts using your words, terms she never used before you showed up, it means you're leaving a linguistic imprint. That is no small thing. In a world where attention is fractured and fleeting, a woman who starts sounding like you is a woman who's deeply tuned into you. But here's the Stoic lesson: don't make a show of it. Don't call it out. Don't say, "Hey, you're copying me," like a teenager fishing for validation. That's weak. That's noisy. Be subtle, be sovereign, recognize the echo, and lead the conversation with quiet command. That's the blessing of Stoicism, to stay 2 steps ahead, grounded in awareness, unshaken by ego. You don't need confirmation, you need clarity. The old Stoic wouldn't miss this, neither should you. He'd smile internally, he'd register the signal, and he'd adjust his next move with purpose, not pride. That's how a man leads, by listening. Not just to words, but to the emotional blueprint hiding inside them. If she's echoing you, she's attuned to you. Don't mistake that for coincidence. That's a hidden green light wrapped in everyday language. So what must you do? Stay calm, stay sharp. Don't overplay it. Don't chase it. Let it guide you. Her echo is not just flattery. It's a signal that you've made an impact. That's attraction at the level of resonance. And once you recognize it, you'll realize most of what you're looking for is already being said. That's the power of presence. That's the reward of reading signals instead of demanding signs. That's Stoicism in action. 9. The laugh that lingers, when her joy is triggered by you, not just your jokes. Don't mistake her laughter for politeness. Don't assume it's courtesy. When a woman is genuinely drawn to you, her laughter takes on a life of its own. It lingers. It sticks. It hangs in the air just a moment longer than it should. That's not entertainment. It's chemistry. That's not applause. It's attachment. Even the most average joke becomes a highlight reel when attraction is real. And here's the part most men never catch. She's not laughing because what you said was funny. She's laughing because you said it. It's your presence, not your punchline, that triggers her joy response. That's dopamine. That's emotional wiring. That's her body associating you with reward. And that, gentlemen, is power, Marcus Aurelius said. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself. But when her joy surfaces effortlessly in your presence, it means she's found a spark in you that lights something within her. The Stoic man doesn't seek validation from laughter. He notices the pattern. He registers what it means. The modern Stoic isn't in the room to perform. He's there to radiate calm presence. He understands that laughter, when rooted in attraction, is not about the content of your joke. It's about the context of your energy. It's about how she feels when you speak. That laugh that lingers is not approval. It's a revelation. Her emotions are speaking before her words can form. That's one of the clearest Stoic principles. Don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. And here's where men fail. They start chasing the laugh. They start trying harder, louder jokes, bigger stories. They become clowns instead of kings. Don't do it. Don't fall for that trap. You must remain grounded. Let the laughter come to you. Be the center. Be calm. The laugh that lingers is not your cue to perform. It's your cue to lead. That's what Stoicism teaches. Influence through presence, not performance. You are not there to entertain. You are there to embody. You are not the jester. You are the anchor. In today's modern life, we're constantly told to be funny, to make her laugh, as if that's the currency of value. But real attraction doesn't need a stage. It needs presence. If she laughs when you smile, if she giggles when you shift, if her joy is sparked by your energy rather than your words, you're not amusing her, you're imprinting on her. That's not shallow interest. That's an emotional connection. That's the resonance. And that subtle shift, when she starts reacting to your presence rather than your performance, is when you know the bond is deeper than surface charm. So what must you do? Be aware. Be composed. Be the man who notices, not the man who performs. Let her laughter be your data, not your goal. Recognize the weight behind the lightness. And above all, don't chase approval. As the old Stoic would remind you, he who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. But when she laughs with you, at you, and even because of you, without a single joke being told, that's when you've become more than interesting. You've become irresistible. That is Stoic mastery. That is influence without effort. That is the laugh that lingers. When you stop trying to impress and start living from your center. And once you recognize that laugh for what it is, you'll never hear it the same way again. And there you have it. 9 subtle but powerful signs she might be way more into you than you realized. Hey, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate you being here. Listen, relationships don't have to be confusing, but they do require awareness. If you notice even a few of these signs, don't ignore them. Pay attention, respect her vulnerability, and respond with clarity, not games. Here's my advice: be calm, but not passive. Stay observant, but not paranoid. And if someone's showing you they care, don't be afraid to match that energy with confidence and kindness. Until next time, take care of yourself. Stay grounded. And remember, being emotionally aware isn't weakness, it's strength. See you in the next one.